Gurmagad, Kirlach and Leader, good morning. I suppose first this morning I'd like to express condolences and sympathies on behalf of the Fianna Fáil group to the families and to the individuals who lost their life in the English Channel. I think it was really tragic events, and all our thoughts are with the individuals. And I suppose, Leader, we'd ask that you'd write to the Minister for Foreign Affairs and indeed our MEPs in Europe and emphasise again to them the desire for this House and for all of the citizens of Ireland to see the European Union take a strong role in providing safe routes to security for those who so desperately need them. Today is November 25th. It's the UN International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. And it marks the start of 16 days of activism. Senator Keoghan, you referenced it, I believe, earlier this week as well. And I suppose, Leader, I think over the next 16 days it would be really appropriate if this House could facilitate a debate with the Minister for Justice on the issue of efforts to eliminate violence against women. And then finally, I suppose, Leader, this morning I want to raise the issue of housing and homelessness. And there's more than 8,000 people homeless today in Ireland, and more than 2,300 of them are under 18 years of age. Housing for All, the government's action plan, commits to eliminating homelessness by 2030. It commits to greater targets in terms of housing first, 20 billion euros in terms of a state-led provision of 300,000 homes. 90,000 of those homes will be social homes and almost 60,000 of them affordable homes, using state-owned land to reduce the cost of the provision of housing. But you know, Focus Ireland have a radio ad going, I don't know if any of you have heard it, and it has a little girl talking in the radio ad. And she talks about how she's living in a hotel and her little brother can't stop crying because he wants to go home. Anybody who has heard that ad has to have been touched. And far too many children are being born into homelessness, and we all know that, and that's why the government has made the unprecedented 20 billion euro commitment to invest in housing, the provision of housing for our people. So today I'd like to ask every member of this House, and particularly those in opposition, to actually put the politics aside and to do the right thing by people who are not just homeless, but people who are at risk of homeless and people who desperately want to own their own home. This week we saw Dublin City Council finally, after more than 30 years, approve a plan for 850 homes. 850 homes, public homes, social and affordable homes on state-owned land, opposed by Sinn Féin, the Social Democrats and Labour. Leader, the hypocrisy is morally bankrupt at a time when so many of our citizens desperately need housing, when the state is committing 20 billion euros, when state-owned lands is being used and being provided to deliver public housing. For any politician of any party or none to oppose the provision of housing, to object to it, to take legal cases against it, to block it, I ask them to stop. Gurmagad.
Garrett Hearn.